Hey, it's B-Rad Celebrity Hairstylist here, the host of the Hairstylist Empowerment Podcast and your admin for the Canadian Hairstylist Network. Today, we have an exciting guest, Annie-Claude, who's going to talk today about a little bit about her life and Farouk Systems. So I'm going to bring Annie in now, and then we'll just get her in here. Okay. There we are. Okay,
Hi,
welcome,
everyone.
welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me today. This is such a new
Yeah.
experience for me for sharing like this on platforms. So here we
Yeah,
go.
but I'm glad you said yes, because you're almost like me. You're so hyper and you have so much energy, and you have like, and I really think that's what the hairstylist industry needs. They really need people that are passionate about the industry, passionate about what they do. You know, it's just
Yes.
so we're gonna basically jump right into it. So I'm gonna say welcome, and then what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna get you to kind of just tell us about yourself and a little bit about your background.
So I've been in the hair industry since I'm 13 years old. I had the privilege of working with Pierre Ladouceur, which was one of the platform artists and elite hairdresser for L'Oréal for 15 years in Canada. So I've grown a lot beside him. And by this time, at 13 years old, I didn't want to be a hairdresser, but I loved that world. So, and Pierre was pushing me to be that hairdresser that he sees in me. And I
Yes.
finally listened to him. So I got to take my classes later and get my diploma, of course, and fall into Farouk's family right away.
Hmm.
So beside this, I had that privilege to grow as a platform artist with them behind the scene. And then I have reached the educational level as the RT that I am right now. And I never
Yes.
thought that life would push me up to this. So everything was like, okay, that is a surprise and I like it. And I just jumped in it. And I'm so
Yeah.
out of my box most of the time, but I find that this makes me grow better, actually.
So did you find you always wanted to go in hair? Because at 13, that's really young to be in the beauty
Yes.
industry. Yeah.
Well, actually, no. When I was young, of course, when I was 5 years old, I loved that. I wanted to be that hairdresser. But at
Mhm.
13, I just wanted to do
Yes.
something else. So I was like in between of like going in theater, like as an
Yeah.
actress, or wanted to be a
Ah.
doctor. So it's like either way, you know.
Yeah.
And so until secondary five, I was like still wondering, am I going to be a doctor? Am I going to be an actor? So hairdressers, like it falls lately that I'm like, okay, I love this. My
Hmm.
sister is an hairdresser, and she goes like, Annie, you love this. You love the
Yeah.
show. You love like the competition. You love
Hmm.
creating. What are you waiting for? And I'm going like, oh yeah, she's so right. I love that.
Exactly.
So I was doing my boyfriend's hair, my mom's
Yeah.
hair, my friend's hair.
Hmm.
So I was doing this all the time. So she goes like, why don't you do it? So, and I made it, and I'm
Hmm.
so happy because like I find that we have such an amazing
Hmm.
job, like by sharing with everyone. We have like
Yes.
people from every different work job that can share their
Hmm.
knowledge and their experiences. And hairdresser is an industry that we can help
Hmm.
each other, and that we always can grow in this. So there's always
Yes.
movement, and that's what challenged me. That's what I like the most.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's funny how we're all from different areas, you know what I mean? But I'm very similar because I started in the beauty industry at 14. The same, I was going to go into theater, the same like you, but I took care because I thought I couldn't get on stage, at least I could work backstage. And then I
Yes.
trained with the world champion, and then I competed for 8 years, became a platform artist, educator, all that kind of stuff. And it's just, and people like, how, because I've been doing hair now a few decades, but
Mhm.
people are like, how can you still be passionate after all these years? Because so many people get burned out, so many people. And because when we talked prior to this, you were like, I'm like, wow, somebody's almost like pretty much excited or more excited than
Yeah.
I am.
Well,
And
actually, it's because it's always new. You know, we can't get bored
yeah.
because we always have new
Hmm.
things to discover, to work
Yes.
on. You know, and
Hmm.
there's cut, there's brushing, there's streaks, there's everything that we
Hmm.
can get, and there's
Yes.
the human factor as well. You know, we are
Hmm.
working for people. We're working to make them better, to make them feel better. I guess that making people
Yeah.
feel better, it makes me feel better as well. You know, I
Hmm.
did something good in my life. I've been something good all overall. And by
Hmm.
teaching, we are sharing. So that is what
Exactly.
I love the most. And it's not I'm sharing, but I'm sharing what
Hmm.
somebody else has shared with me. And even if
Hmm.
I'm the front teacher there and I'm the one who's going to give the class, I am
Yes.
going to learn as well. And this is what I like the most, because everybody can teach everybody something. And if that little
Exactly.
thing makes you grow, then
Hmm.
I'm happy with this. So that's why
Yeah,
I
and
like
I
it so much.
yeah, and I think that's exactly what it is. I think this is how we kind of set our legacy, and because you don't really know until you teach it to
Yes.
someone else, and that's how you can carry it on. I'm going to go to the comments, so I'm going to pop this one up here. So we have a comment from Debbie Webb.
Woo!
She
Hi,
says, "Hello,
Debbie.
Annie-Claude and Brad." So hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Debbie Webb. Thank you for joining
Yay.
us. So if you have any questions for Annie-Claude, make sure you put them in the comments, or if you have any answers, please dialogue with us. Thank you for the hearts, and we're gonna continue. So we'll just pop that off there and get
Well,
back. This is already exciting, and that's why I kind of wanted the Hairstylist network to be Canadian, so we can share amongst
yeah,
Canadians, share our gifts, share our things. There are a lot of groups that are US based, which nothing wrong with that, but sometimes for Canadians, the information they have in there doesn't really apply to us. So it's kind
exactly.
of nice. And like you said, with sharing, and that's why we're looking to get people to go on if they want to teach something in the group, if they want to show something or do something like this, like the Monday spotlight. So
Yes,
we just get to know other people in the group. Some people get in these groups that are so huge, they don't know anybody else who's in the group. And because it's a network, we want to connect, we want to help, we want to teach, and we want to help each other grow and get to the next level. And that's mainly what this group is about. And I'm so glad you decided to come on today. And it's like, because
well,
for
you
some
put
people, coming online is scary. It's
it
scary for
is, it
people.
is. You put me so out of my box, you know.
Yeah, but you
I
look
feel
so natural and
blessed.
comfortable.
Thank you. Well, I feel blessed because actually, when you invited us, actually, or you said that we can
Yeah.
apply to your network, I'm like, oh,
Yes.
okay, it's very eye interactive. And then you pop up, hey, would you be interested of doing this? I'm like, oh my God, I didn't thought it would be
That's
on me
right.
that fast. But in a way, if I want to learn, I got to share things as well. So that's why I made it
Exactly.
like this. And actually, as I said, it's when you're out of your box that you grow better.
Yeah.
So that's why. So we're still going to grow together.
Yeah, and it's
And I,
perfect. And of
go ahead.
course, whatever we record today has a shelf life of forever. So anything you teach, any nuggets you drop, anything you stuff, people can see it today, tomorrow, and years from now. They can go
Exactly.
back and look at some of this stuff. So I'm just going to ask, like, what's been your greatest achievement?
Oh my God.
I
What
know
would have
there's
been
so
my
many.
greatest achievement? Well, actually, I think for now, I wanted to do a ABA platform, and I made it.
Okay.
And I was so surprised because I didn't thought that I would be ready to be at this level so fast.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
according to me, even it's going to be the same thing with the RTs. Being a regional trainer, I always feel
Mhm.
like I need to know so much more to be
Mhm.
there. But it might be
Yes.
the reason why I'm the one who is there, because I'm the one who's always like reading and
Mhm.
asking questions, and I'm front in
Yes.
the front line. So by
Mhm.
reaching those two big levels, I think in my career, it will be the greatest achievement that I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always so much that where you can always grow. And I probably a lot of people want to know too, what's it like being a trainer? How is trainer different than maybe, I don't know, doing some other type of thing in the beauty industry?
I would say it's give confidence to people. Well, that would be the same thing of doing hair. You know, you're doing hair because you want to make people confident and make them pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But by being a trainer, I would say that for the further educator, make sure
Mm-hmm.
that the message will be passed very well. So
Yes.
people will understand, but you have to make them feel comfortable so they can teach as well or share as well.
Yes.
As what they see into them. You know, somebody saw
Mm-hmm.
that I could be a great teacher in
Mm-hmm.
me. I wouldn't see that, but I am still there. I am still at the RTs pushing the level. So I need to put those people in front line as well. So
Yes.
everybody will benefit from this. You know, if you push great teacher, people will get better. So that's my job.
Yeah, and it helps. But do you find too that through your years of working with Farouk Systems, which we'll get to a little bit later, that there's some people that have a lot of head knowledge, but they're not great educators?
Yes, it's true. But how can I say this? It doesn't, even if you're very, very good at doing something, you might not be that good to explaining things. So maybe they just need a little way of like, okay, you need to fraction this to make sure that people will understand, and maybe make sure that you think that everybody knows. Let's
Yes.
pretend the opposite. So then it will make you
Okay.
a better teacher.
Yeah, and that's very true because a lot of people think everybody knows what you know,
And
right? And
this
I
is
think that's what scares
so
a lot of
wrong.
people.
Yeah. Well, actually, yes. And even like in a class, if you want to make sure that like the message will be sent correctly, you need to make
Yes.
sure that you say every single thing. So to make sure that your class will be good and that your education will be well done, don't assume that people knows. You need to say it
Yeah.
to make sure that it's going to be like knowledge after and be shared after. So that would be something that we need to do.
Yeah, and I think that's why people are coming to you. Obviously, they knew everything you know, they wouldn't be in your class.
I
But I
guess
think
so,
even in
exactly.
that, but I think even if people know a lot of stuff, they could also still get that one nugget that they missed, you know, or
Yes,
learn that one new thing that they thought, wow, and the light bulb goes off, and it's like, you know, it's something they
exactly.
never thought of before.
And even me, like even if I'm a regional trainer, I know my things, of course. But every single time that I'm gonna like go give a class, I will take back my books and make sure that I'm
Yes.
gonna read it all again to make sure that I don't forget that little thing that is so important and that will be
Yes.
like make the whole difference of it. So I'm asking the same thing for my educator as well, and that makes sure that knowledge you don't lose like rocks by the
Yeah.
time that you're doing your things.
Well,
So
it makes a big difference because with that too, because you learn anytime you learn anything, most people by the next day they lose about 60% of what they just learned. So you have to constantly practice, or you constantly, you know, even mentors have mentors, teachers have teachers,
exactly,
and
yeah,
probably they're same sort of thing, like you're teaching, but you also have somebody that also teaches you, because obviously in the company
exactly.
that you work with, they have to keep you um,
At the highest level, so they need to teach me
exactly.
all the time,
Yeah.
and things might change, and we need to know that little things, that little ingredient, or that little way of doing things. And like we saw Debbie saying hello, she's one of my mentors, she's our team
Yeah.
leader for DRTs, and she
Yeah.
shares like very beautifully. And last time when we went in Houston in last January, we were with our team of Quebec, and like one guy kind of like he didn't laugh at me, but it was
Yeah.
like, my God, you're writing everything, Annie. All the
Uh-huh.
time, everybody's speaking, and you're like writing,
Yeah.
writing, writing,
Like
writing.
crazy, like crazy. Yeah, exactly. Because that's exactly how I
Exactly.
learn. And,
Exactly, like
and I've
you
heard
learn it, you push it, so it's another way of like sending into your brain. And in the
exactly
same way,
cementing
you
it.
can
Yeah.
read it back. So if you're not sure, then you do have everything on paper. And this is my responsibility to share it after. You know, I'm the one who brings all the info from
Exactly.
Houston and then have to bring it back where they asked me to do it, you know?
Ex-
So I look like the crazy
exactly.
one. I could be
Yes.
sitting in the middle of the aisle because I wasn't back in the class, but I want to see, I want to
Yeah.
hear. So I'm going to be like right at the front in the middle of the aisle and writing everything to make
Yeah.
sure that I catch everything, because this is our responsibility as teachers to make sure that we got everything. So
Well,
I like
sometimes
it.
what I find too is sometimes they say something that's just a natural thing. It's not necessarily in their curriculum, but it just comes out and you're, wow, that's
Wow,
brilliant.
I
Oh, I
like
better write that
that.
down. I'm going to use that again. So
Yes.
if you had to choose, would you take the same path again?
Yes.
You would?
Seriously? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, like life has been like with so many surprises, and I like
Yeah.
it that way.
Hmm.
So, and again, even for like the next year, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm
Hmm.
gonna follow it. Like like my big smile and goes like, just embrace
Yeah.
it. I love it like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, but what's something now you would tell your younger self? So now that you've had some years in the industry, what would you tell yourself if you were like at that point again where you're going to start into the beauty industry, or just anything you would tell your younger self just from
So
life experience?
don't be so severe. I am very, very severe with me. I'm asking like all the time to be perfect. Nobody
Hmm.
can be perfect. Nobody.
No.
So just
Yeah.
release some stress. Allow yourself to be different or to be um, not so perfect, and just
Hmm.
work on this instead of like having that stress of like performance all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to get you now to just take a few minutes, and if you can tell us about Farouk Systems, kind of what they're about, their vision, their mission, just some things about Farouk. So if somebody watching now has never heard of Farouk Systems before, what would you kind of tell them a little bit about?
I love Farouk's system. I got there first because I got sick. So I needed to find a company that is safe for me. So with Farouk System, this is a company that is ammonia free, formaldehyde free, PPD free, and everything that we have in our product go back to her actually. So everything is disappeared, doesn't leave any trace for her. Farouk System is a guy that he is an hairdresser, so he's doing product for hairdressers, and he is pushing the limits all the time. He has so many patents to make sure that we have like the best tools, the best technology for us that makes our job more easy and most like the safer environment that we can have with Farouk. He is a man of heart. He is giving a lot to people. For right now, with the pandemic, he is giving over millions of hand sanitizers to make sure that people from Texas will be safe in the hospital and everywhere. So he is doing the hand sanitizers with the organic garden from Farouk in Texas. So that's why I love this guy. The values of the industry, with Farouk, are very close to mine. Respect people, safe, help everybody. We're all equal, and this is one of the most important things.
Wow.
I love
Wow.
him so much.
Yeah.
Seriously, I love Farouk. You know,
Yeah.
like this man always have his door open in the office in Houston. Even if he is not there, his
Hmm.
office will be wide open, which is we are always welcome. So
Yes.
for me, be like having a mentor like him,
Hmm.
it is, you know, he is close to us. So he's changing things with us. He's not that man over everybody else and looking at
No.
us. And a little story would end. The second time I saw him, when I was attending first to
Hmm.
the artists,
Yes.
everybody is going on him and Farouk, Farouk, Farouk. And I'm shy, so I'm not doing this.
You're shy.
I'm shy. I'm the shyest person ever. Honestly, nobody believes me, but I'm the
So in the
shyest
comments,
person
if you know
ever.
her, write in the comments.
They will all say that I'm not shy. I don't understand that. But honestly, like the second time Farouk saw me, he went to me and he goes like, "This is the second time I saw you, and I still don't know your name." I'm like, "Oh my God, okay, that is
Oh.
a real man." So
Mhm.
everybody is important for him. So
Yes.
I will stay there forever. You know, he's taking care of us. So
Yeah, it's great to have a company that you connect with, and during your talk about it, you could tell you're quite connected, you're getting emotional to it,
yes,
but and like you said, you get somebody who's a leader in your industry as opposed to somebody who's a boss who barks orders, or somebody who's just like you and cares about you rather than somebody who's looking at the bottom dollar, things like that. I'm going to just jump to some of the comments. There's a couple here from, let's see, from Polly, I think. Polly, yeah. So great lady. So this is
She's,
somebody you know?
yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul is my coworker. We're such the
Okay.
best team together. I love her so
Yes.
much, and she pushed me to get better and better and better all the time. And
Yeah.
I love her so much. We are like the
Yeah.
perfect team together.
Awesome. So she wrote another one as well. So you're so inspiring with hearts. So I don't know if that's for me or for you. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
you can take it if you want.
No, it's all yours. It's all yours. It's all
Oh,
yours.
thank
And
you,
we have
Paul.
another. So we have another one from Anna Bointer-Royce. Yeah, hello, Debbie Webb. So Polly, so I guess you guys are all kind of connected.
Yeah, we're well. I don't know Anna, but
Okay.
Paul and Debbie were connected for the artists. So
Yes.
Debbie is a Canadian. She's in
Yes.
Ontario, and Paul, she's the one who bring me back to the artists. But when I got sick, so I got to stop for a few years, and
Yeah.
I wanted to be back on a slower level because I've got
Yeah.
responsibilities with a son and whatever. And Paul came back to me and goes like, "I need you. Come back." And
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I'm so not ready yet because like I've got a little one and I want to make sure, when I'm doing things, I'm doing all over, I don't have
Yes.
limits all the time. So, and
No, no.
so she convinced me. So with other partners that in the team that
Mhm.
goes, Annie, this belongs to you. We will feel comfortable if you're going to be our RT. So I'm like, oh,
Yes.
okay, like the demand here. This is my duty.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's why we are related like this.
Yeah. There she goes. Oh, she said both of you. So both of us. So thank you
Oh,
so
there
much.
you go. She's so nice. Like,
I'm
you know
putting.
why I love working with her?
Mm. So we have to get you on. We have to get you on for one of these Monday
Yay! I'm gonna
member
convince
spotlights.
her.
Exactly. And then you can be in the comments like writing
Well,
stuff.
but you know what
And
I
then
love a lot with Paul? It's like she's the one that is creating the event. She's the one that is
yeah,
thinking of everything. She's like
yeah,
our mom. She takes care of
yeah.
everyone. She's setting everything, and I'm the one on the field. So I'm the one.
Okay.
So I'm the one with the rep who's going to teach them like what they need to know about the product, and we'll share the
Yes.
passion. And I'm going to be the one as well for the teaching class, for the educator. And Paul is right there beside us, and it makes us feel like very comfortable. So we're never alone. So that's how we're team together. So, and she's
Exactly.
helping me so much. It's never a one-person thing. When you're at these
No.
level, it's always because you really have like a great team together, and it
Mhm,
allows you to do what you're doing right now. So,
mhm. And your team is always going to say, bring you to the next level, make you kind of get out of your comfort zone and kind of get out of that box or create a new box. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
not to say the way the industry was, like, say, for you when I started, things have changed so much that a lot of the styles, a lot of the things, they don't work anymore. So you need a team that's going to kind of push you a little bit to say, hey, you got to step up, you got to level up. Let's get this done. Let's,
Exactly.
go
And
for it, sort of thing.
this is exactly like being with a team as Farouk Systems.
Mhm.
I grown so much with them, but in a way, as you say, um, there is an evolution in everything. And I learned the perfect days with Pierre Ladouceur, and then Farouk System brought me
Mhm.
to the show, and they say,
Yes.
one show, it's 1 year, 1 year knowledge. When you're doing one show,
Mhm.
it works 1 year knowledge. So I'm like,
Yes.
I'm very old now and I like it. But even there, like by having this system in this group, it
Mhm.
allows everybody to grow in their way. So
Yep.
that's why it is so important, like being like,
Mhm.
even it could be Farouk System, it could be another company or a hairstyling
Yeah.
network here. We can bring everything to it, like so many things to
Exactly.
different people,
Yep.
and let's share. So let's like
Yeah.
invite people and share
Mhm.
what's your biggest knowledge that you can have, what's your force,
Yes.
what's your that's
Exactly, and that's what it is, and that's why we basically have the Canadian hairstylist platform. It's because, like you said, it doesn't matter what company you deal with. There's other people in here that can help people that want to be educators, that want to be trainers, that want to even just something like doing this. Like I asked the question in the group, You know, who does a live on a regular basis? Maybe some people want to do a live, but they don't know how. Maybe they want to create a mentorship program. They don't know how. Maybe they want to be an educator. They don't know how. Maybe they want to be an educator with Farouk, but they don't know how.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
So this
now we
is
have
why,
the contact, so we can share everything. You have,
yeah,
you want to do something, then post it, and the people that
yep,
will be able to help you, they will jump you in, and they will help you
yep.
out in this.
And that's exactly what this is for. It's not for any kind of judgment. It's to help each other. Like the tight team you have at Farouk, we're building the same sort of online family or community
Yes.
that we can like engage with you. And because it's called network, it means we actually know each other and not just like, okay, you're member number 5,000, whatever, 10,000,
Yes.
and no one knows you. That's why I said I like everybody being highly interactive, because that's the only way you can really learn. And that's the way we get to know about you, because we have salon owners here. We have booth renters here. We have educators here. We have like the whole list of the gamut. The only thing we don't have are non-licensed hairstylists, but everybody in this group is a licensed hairstylist.
Yes.
But say we don't talk about, you know, what's your formula for this? What's your, you know, here's my hair pictures. You know, those sort of things are great for other types of groups, but here's about empowerment. Here's about training. Here's about, you know, putting shows, events, and some different exciting things that are coming up that I haven't exposed yet, but that we can show everyone how to grow and how to be on, you know, the next level. I'm saying I inspire people, or I ask you, anytime you want to do a live in the group, feel free to do a live. If you want to teach a technique, if you want to show something, and like you said, if you have some knowledge that you want to share, go ahead. I'm more than happy to give everybody that platform that they can share, you know, share on.
Yes, exactly. And even like if we're helping one person, that would be that one person that would have been helped. So yes, that's why I wanted to reach the hairstyling network, because I wanted to have some information that can make me grow better. So here you go. And I have some contact, and I can help other people. And I do have answers for Farouk System. I do have answers for other things. I have my salon. I did platform artist show. You know, I'm teaching a lot. So of course we can help people with this, of course. And if I can't, I will probably know someone that can help you.
Exactly. So we're going to pop just to the comments. So probably Debbie Webb is my biggest fan. So she says, hi, Anna. Thank you, Brad, for creating this platform. Well, I thank you, Debbie, and everybody who is in the platform. So we do have two groups. One is the Canadian Hairstylist Network, which is the group, and that's for anybody to join, whether the Canadian, American, but the actual group itself. So the page is for everyone, but the group itself is just for Canadian stylists, because I think we can branch out and have that as well. So as I say, the page is a little bit different than the group. So the group, we have more in education, stuff like that. So yeah, so thank you guys for
Brad,
joining.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you no more.
You can't hear me? So if anybody's listening, can you hear me? Just write in the comments. You can't hear me? No, you can hear me? Okay, let's see. So if anybody's listening in the comments, if you can, okay, you can hear me, that's fine, great. So they can hear me.
I can read Debbie. I don't know if you hear me. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Because I can hear you. I can hear you. No?
Oh.
Okay. Well, Debbie says, great job, Annie-Claude. Yeah, it's so inspiring and professional. Maybe it just, let's see. Mic, unmute. Yeah, can you hear it? No? So maybe something just something can drop. Okay, so you can hear us both. Okay, so we'll just go. So as we kind of wrap up, I just have one last question. So we're gonna go and let's see, just get right to. So closing nugget of gold. Nope, I don't know if she can hear us. Okay. I wonder if somebody can just write in the comments to Annie-Claude to say a closing nugget of gold. For some reason, she's unable to hear me. Yeah, I said this was going to be highly interactive, and this is the this is the thing with live, because we are live. It's not pre-recorded. Okay. No. Yep. Yeah, okay. I'll just write in here. Yep. Okay. Okay, I have you.
Yeah, me 2 times.
Okay, so I took out the other one and I left this one in. So as we wrap up, you can hear me now, okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, so as we wrap up, we're just going to get your closing nugget of gold. So if you were going to give some, like our listeners, just some type of piece of gold, piece of information, some kind of takeaway, kind of what would you say to everyone?
Actually, listen what people say. When they say they trust you and they believe in you, jump and do it. That would be best, because that makes me, this is what makes that I am here now at the level I am, because people believed in me and I trusted them. So that would be it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I want to thank everybody for joining us. The time is going so fast. So one thing that I have started, because even for me, even having this group, there's always something that you do to take to the next level. So I have something I created. It's called the Hairstylists of Hope. So it's for leaders and visionaries for a brighter future. Their commitment to safer salons, practices equality for all, where people feel safe around the world. So basically, I have that at facebook.com/Hairstylists of Hope. If people want to kind of check it out, it's more for inspiration. It's more about having a global community around the world, because there's always more that we can do. We always have a bigger passion, a bigger vision, something more that's there for us. You know, yeah, I'm so glad that you came on today. The time just, and you were like, you said, oh, I'm so nervous. I don't think anybody even noticed you were nervous. But quick thinking, couldn't hear me, got the second camera. You were like, you're ready. And that's the thing, because you always have to be ready for the opportunity. And you always have to have that plan B. If something doesn't work, you just make it work, and you just go forward. So yeah, if anybody's interested in education, showing their talents, doing a Facebook Live, make sure to message me if I don't reach out to you, and then we'll get you on, and we'll definitely have you on again, because I think everybody's exciting. Or as I say, I'm going to put this out there now, all you Farouk team, if you all want to come on, we can do a group, because I can have up to 6 people. So I can grab 5 other people. I'll get I'll get you to organize that, and then we'll put it together, and then we'll have a big chat. So I want to say thank you.
So we're such a beautiful gang together. We're a beautiful group. We're all passionate. Yeah. So of course we can share other things with you. Thank you very much for having me, pushing me out of my box. You. And yes, if anybody needs some information about like being in the Farouk system, or like being mentoring or whatever, come and see us, and we will help you for sure.
Yeah, excellent. And I'll make sure to put the information below. So we'll have the website, we'll have the contact info, or as I say, the Facebook page, if anybody wants to follow to see more about it, or if they already use Farouk Systems, they can kind of go check it out, be part of that community as well.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yep. Bye. Thank you for joining today's Canadian Hairstylist Network. Hopefully you got to learn a little bit more about the platform and what we're kind of all about. We're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving, but we're really big on education. As I say, like hair shows coming up, being the revolution of something coming forward. There's going to be lots of events and things happening. I want to say thank you. And if you're watching the replay, make sure to write the comments below. We'll make sure that they get answered. And I want to thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.